Awesome. Let's do this. Take a picture of that bird. Take a picture of that bird. It's called a purple gallinule. You're looking at one of about 5,000 birds that's left in existence. That bird's like a chameleon. It doesn't change colors with its environment, but depending on which direction of sunlight you catch off the bird is which colors you'll get. The blues, the greens, the purples, the golds. Turn the century when the peacock colored hat was so popular, that was actually the bird they was using, little small feathers to adorn around those hats. All right, I'm gonna tell you right now, I make the same offer every time I'm out here. If anybody can read that freaking sign, I will give you 20 bucks. If somebody can read that sign and tell me what that damn thing says. I absolutely cannot do it. I can't get close enough to it. It's like drive me nuts. I cannot figure out what that sign says. This lake, 22,731 acres. It's 11 miles long and 3 miles wide. We're the top lake in a 4-lake chain. You can virtually go from here to Cuba and never touch dry ground. According to the state of Florida, as of about 11 months ago, 5,869 alligators made their home here. I know that sounds like a lot. My goal for today is real simple. One. I want you to see one. I don't care if it's 4 inches long, 16 foot long, right next to a boat, 300 yards away, alive, dead, coming at you, going away from you. One. Anything past that is gravy. Everything that we have out here is wildlife. No ropes, no cages, no chains. If we see it, I will be the one to take full credit for it. If we don't, blame Mother Nature. That is an extremely fickle woman. You might want to learn that lesson quick. You're welcome. Don't look at me that way, Mom. You know I'm telling the truth. If you have any questions while we're going, raise your hand, throw something at me, flip me off, do a cartwheel, jump in the water, do something to get my attention. I'm a walking book of worthless knowledge. I am part arborist, part horticulturist, part wildlife biologist, all bow cabinet, completely mentally insane. I'm one of the 3 craziest people you've ever met. Bird's a playboy playmate. Awful pretty to look at, dumb as a rock. Ain't got sense God gave a gopher.
Can you see it?
When those babies hatch, now I will say this, when those babies hatch, they're the most adorable thing out here. If you took 2 little cotton balls and glued them on top of each other and painted them black, that is the size of those babies. They're just cute as a button. Takes them about a day, day and a half to be able to get up out of the nest and walk. Mama will run them right off on one of those floating pads out there, and every one of them has some version of snake or alligator in them. You can watch them come in one side with 7. They generally have 6 or 7 babies. You watch them come in one side with 7, come out the other side with 4. And she will freaking do it again like you are, just stupid. Yeah.
Too bad. What kind of snakes are in here?
Banded water snakes, green banded water snakes, cottonmouth water moccasins.
Okay.
Slow down in the area and just start creeping along, and then everybody goes, ooh, everybody starts pointing. Hey, I know it's there. I seen it 5 minutes before you did. It's all good. Boys and girls, meet Clover. That right there is going to be 6 foot long. She's 100 pounds. She is 8 years old.
How do you know this?
To your right, her left, that is actually going to be her nest. Inside that nest is somewhere between 10 to 50 eggs. Every how many they lay in their first year of breeding is how many they will lay the rest of their life within 2 to 3. 25, generic as it sounds, is a real good average out here. She lays 25 her first year. She's going to lay somewhere between 22 and 28 the rest of her life. She's not going to lay 12 one year and 48 the next.
She just stays there all the time. That's why you know she's there.
She ain't leaving that nest. I would love to sit here and just go, yeah, well, but the truth of the matter is, everything that you see today is going to be a female on her nest.
Okay. So there's no danger?
What was that, baby?
So they won't eat you?
Oh, she'd bite the crap out of you. She's not big enough to eat it. She's not big enough to eat one of us. She'd bite the crap out of you. How old are you?
13.
Oh, smartest kid on the planet. The only one smarter on here is your hand. So. That's up. Here, watch this. Do you know the reasons why I know the specifics on that alligator? Turn that off. That my sense of humor is a little bit morbid and crude. So it's one of those things when you You give me that, and then I have a tendency to step on that accelerator, and generally I make somebody cry. I will upset a mama because I make a kid cry in a heartbeat.
Wait, Liam. Tell him your dinosaur joke.
Oh, tell me.
I don't know more.
Yeah, that's a good one.
I need a joke.
Why aren't dinosaurs good pets?
Wow.
They're dead.
Told you we had lots of material.
Walked into that one, didn't I?
We all did yesterday.
Yeah, he told it all yesterday.
Yeah, very unexpected.
I walked right into that one.
There we go.
Teeth on that one. We're gonna do tail.
That one seemed to get a little agitated.
Boys and girls,
You
me
hear
and Olivia.
this?
Kissing.
Olivia.
Hi, Olivia.
Two things I am not. I am not a thief and I am not a liar. That being said, all the information I give you is true. But in this instance, I'm making an assumption. I'm close on my assumption and I would bet on it, but it's still an assumption. 6 foot long, 100 pounds, identical size to Clover. I got a dime to $1 that says that's Clover's sister. I'm betting Olivia, and I know Clover for a fact was born about 300 yards that way. Their mama's name's Annabelle. She's a beast. But I'm willing to bet a dime to $1 they're sisters.
How do they build these nests? I mean,
Wait, that's a
obviously they gotta
nest?
move mud and stuff, but how do they?
Yeah.
Well, let's do this. First off, there ain't no mud out here. To have mud, you gotta have dirt. We're sand-based soil, we have no dirt out here. All that is decomposing plant material. It looks the same, it acts the same, it'll stick a boat the same, but it's really not mud. Then they take their feet over, span about 4 or 5 days, and they just take their back feet and they just start pulling it up. They will create a moat. You can see where she started on the outside and she just piled it all up. She lets it, takes it about a week, it takes them 4 or 5 days to do it. She generally let it set about a week, week and a half. She wants those plants to start to decompose. Once those plants start to decompose, they actually let off a heat. That heat's part of the incubation process. She'll crawl up on top of it. She will dig a hole to the depth that she wants, put her eggs in there, cover it back up and lay on in different directions, kind of like just packing everything in there. She's preheated the oven, now she shut the oven, got a 63 to 65 day incubation period. She'll sit right there and it'll sit right there and bake for 63 to 65 days.
Wow. Is the mother still alive?
Annabelle?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yep. Annabelle is, the older you get, the smarter you get. Annabelle over the last 4 or 5 years, because the gator farms do come out here and harvest the eggs. They've only been doing it about 8 or 10 years now. They were popping her nest repetitively. And what she did, instead of building it out here where everybody can get to it, she smartened up and went back there in the back in the woods, and she'll build it in the woods. She will migrate her babies out to the edge, but she builds it back there in the woods where nobody can get to it. She got smarter instead of dumber. Self-guided walking tour, who's ready?
What?
Looks like you could.
She did it.
Jesse. That right there is going to be just over 8 foot long. She weighs about 240 pounds. She's a big girl. Hey, got a joke for you. Why was the T-Rex so angry? Because he couldn't scratch his butt. The reason why I eased up on here real gentle like yesterday, she was having a fit. She was actually laying right here in the water and was jumping boats. She would pop the front of the boat as it come through. Oh, she was having a fit yesterday.
Like, she was jumping onto them?
No, she didn't jump on one, but she was chipping real hard. She's trying to bite the front of the boat.
I'd like to have that picture.
Yeah.
Boys and girls, everybody have a good time and enjoy themselves.
Yeah.
Yep.
Folks, I hate to run your parade, but unfortunately out here an hour does go quick and I am going to have to start heading that way. Thank y'all very much for coming out. I do hope you enjoy the rest of your vacation. Listen, you are almost as white as a tulip bulb. Almost. Sunblock on your feet. Yes, good. The top of them thighs right there, gonna be as red as that shirt before it's over.
If Noah didn't put on sunblock, he'd be as red as that shit right now.
Looking like porcelain up there.
What's the pink stuff all over the rocks?
Snail eggs.
That was fun.
I'm glad you had a good time, darling.
Thank you.
Little.
Thank you very much.
chowder?
What? What?
How many hot dogs are you getting?
Five. And she said okay.
She's not bringing you 5 hot dogs.
She said okay. I wrote it down and then she said okay.
What are you gonna do with 5 hot dogs anyway?
Eat them.
You can't eat 5 hot dogs.
I can